And what about the position of music in schools? Are things improving?
Here's where I have a real worry. Music education in schools at the moment is in a precarious position. There are many reasons for this, but one of the most important ones is the way in which music no longer plays a central place in the curriculum. Well, of course, it never played a central role in the curriculum, but it was always an important adage where children could do music, they could have instrumental lessons free at school, etc., etc. Governments seem to neglect the fact that music is still hugely important in the development of children's creative imagination. Not only that, has been proved by international research, it contributes enormously to literacy and numeracy. Why is it, I ask myself, that governments just don't get it? Are governments thick? Yes, they might well be thick. I just wish they put their hands in their pockets and spent not a great deal of money to bring music education back into schools in a really imaginative way, which actually gives the opportunity to all kids to learn an instrument and to have a proper education. I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't come from a particularly musical background, and indeed my parents weren't well off. I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to a grammar school. I was lucky enough to have music lessons, and I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Music, all paid for by the state. Now, I know that we can say that the state can't afford to do everything these days. That's true. But surely, within the education of a young child, up until the age, say, of 14 to 16, which are the most important years, because then children start to understand what it is they want to study further on, all children should have equal opportunities. It shouldn't be the rich that are allowed to have music lessons, instrumental lessons. Every child should have the right to do that. So I say to myself, please, let us get back to the days in which we cared about the creative imagination of our children.